if I touch one of your crystals with the acid, well then your crystal is going to absorb the acid. Well, first of all, that shit just stopped being a medium for experience. You just got blinded, deafened, all of it at the same time. That thing's now useless for picking up frequencies. And then on top of that, if I hit it, if I smash that or pierce that with one of my teeth, well, I'm gonna rip right the fuck through it. I'm gonna slice it in half. So I can basically, it's like imagine if your skull was diamond. That's great, right? But now imagine if I poured water on that diamond. Now it just like turns into a sponge, and I can just chop your head off with a fucking butter knife.
And so I would
Without
also
help.
imagine that it would
Cool.
perhaps we could say it gives it a reason to want to excrete this because if it sits in its body for too long, it'll start melting its insides.
Yes, but the big thing is it doesn't melt the black skin. So it won't technically melt its insides. And the reason its insides aren't being damaged, the reason its bones aren't being damaged, is because there's a layer between. Every time the stomach acid is going to be inside of its body, there's always going to be um a layer of skin between it and its bones. Because if not, it'll just destroy the bones. It'll make them so weak they're useless. So um so now these aliens are interesting because you've got their threat. I mean, they're fucking
Wait,
massive threat.
one idea that comes to mind is you said that you can spray acid on the crystals. That's an issue, so headshots would be the thing to go with. So then the first thing I would imagine is that they would wear some type of helmets, but then I would wonder would the helmets interfere with the communications? And then I would wonder could you have
Yeah, no,
helmets that
no,
make
they
it better?
can't. No, no, they can't. Well, I mean, maybe you could say technology or whatever, but they start so primitive that no, 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 no. There's no way to do a helmet without There's no way. There's nothing you can do except cover it with skin. And so like most of the bones and stuff, it tries to keep it primarily under skin. Most of the even the like spikes and stuff, they're like like you can see that like it tries to keep a thin layer of skin over it until the point where it pierces out. So like um it's basically it's really dangerous to have exposed crystal, but then also um, it's even more dangerous to have an exposed joint. So the crystal is really only ever going to come out of the skin um, if it's to protect a joint. That's really the only time the crystal is ever going to come out of the skin. And that's why whenever you first ask, why do the teeth pierce through its own skin? Like what is the survival advantage to that? The survival advantage to that is so that other creatures can't destroy your entire mouth and ability to eat and survive by just hitting you with acid once. You have like a skin pouch covering all the teeth that the teeth pierce through, so that it can't reach the root of your teeth, the like base of your teeth. It